Right, I just thought I'd give you a quick update on John Doyle poems on YouTube, because I haven't done a blog in some time. You will notice that recently there was a long gap during Ramadan when I didn't have any videos. That was also to do with that, but also to do with the fact that my hard drive has, which has got all the new stuff on it, all the Jacob Jakes, the rest of that, and some of the shorter poems, whatever else I was putting on there is all on there. That's crashed. It's gone to be recovered by a company called Data Retrieve in Cardiff, and they're very reasonable. Let's hope they can retrieve all that information. Very expensive retrieving information, I must say. They charge, not them personally, but some of these companies charge an arm and a leg for their services, which seems a bit like daylight robbery, but anyway, that's nothing to do with this blog. I just wanted to explain, so that's why I've been doing these one-off dramas, which originally started based on the fact that at the mosque there was some new, there's some members that are actors, and they were talking about drama, and then I was talking to them and I gave them my YouTube website and he liked that, and then I was thinking, you know, because the problem is with the poems and even the dead sit and things like that. I'll explain that phone in a minute to you. Is that I'm reading off pieces of paper, so it's not quite good. And I was thinking, I wonder if I can still do these little one-off dramas where I just, this is what I used to do on the cassettes, which I told you about before, with my sister. And basically the same thing I do with the poems, except I get these finished quicker. Is I used to put the tape recorder on and we'd record something and we'd have a basic plot and then we would just do it. With this I didn't have, all I would come up with is the initial idea. Whatever happened during these one-off plays just happened, like that phone for instance. Cut short one of them because it kept ringing and I had to, well you might, I don't know that you won't have seen this one yet because I probably put this on before I put that on. It would have lasted longer, but the phone started ringing and I ad-libbed it into the story, and then after it rang the second time I thought, well, I can't have this keep ringing, so I better finish it off, and I did with that. Yeah, and I was quite surprised that one of them, Trapped, part 2, got 192 hits overnight. And the others have only got 0 and 5 and 6 and things like that. And they've all got the same tags. And number 1 was there already, number 2 was there. And I don't really know why number 2 got 192 hits, but number 1 didn't. Because they both got the same tags, because I just copied all 4 of them with the same tags. So when people who I assume were searching for number 2, why didn't they get to number 1? I don't understand that. Why all of them number 2, unless someone passed it on? I don't know how that worked. Or maybe it's just because it's new, maybe new ones come up, I don't understand. But it's strange that 192 people watch part 2 of it, but not 3 or 4 or 1. But this is the strange thing about YouTube. But that was a nice surprise. And the one before that, what was it called? A Dream Gone By. That was the first one, wasn't it? And there's also The Killer's Monologue, which I got after watching an Anthony Hopkins film called Fracture. And 2 things inspire me normally. One of them is dramas, where it's got character-led dramas, where it's got a lot of depth to it, and also people's voices, such as Richard Burton and Anthony Hopkins and people like that, and even Kenneth Branagh in his Hamlet movie. And you know, I like their voices, and they inspired me, and that inspired me to do a sort of Anthony Hopkins-esque. Although some of it sounded a bit Richard Burton or a bit me most of the time, in A Killer's Monologue. Which, if you've seen Fracture, you'll see a little bit of where I fractured the story. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy these one-off plays. I don't think I'm going to do many more of them. There's one I've just done now, which involves the phone. I've got no idea what it's going to be called yet. And I've done another, Wilfred Pickett's Genuine YouTuber, after people at work saw it and they quite liked it, and they kept going around doing what's come his catchphrase now. I'm just going to be sued, and you'll notice in that one I have a bit of a coughing fit because when there's the voice on, it hurts the back of your throat, and I don't know why I gave him such a difficult voice. It wasn't difficult the first time I did it, but I've given him such a difficult voice to do it. I was in coughing fits, and I'm sure I'll put the bit at the end where the bit in the middle I had to stop. It was that bad, the coughing, but the bit at the end you'll see as well. So anyway, hopefully you got all these one-off dramas, and I might do a few more. A few of them have come to my head, you know, initial plots. So I might do those as I'm doing, you know, so well at the moment. I don't mean that they're good, I just mean that I'm managing to start it and finish it, and it seems okay-ish. So I hope they're all liked, and then hopefully by the time these are all put on, which will be next week sometime, the hard drive with the recovered data should be back, and then it'll be a big thumbs up to Data Retrieve for fixing it. So oh, and a quick update on my wife's eye. I won't be doing any more of those blogs until major things happen, but her appointments have been getting less and less, so now she has to go in 6 weeks' time. They're happy with the pressure. The only problem is, and they're happy with the everything else. The only problem is she's got the small cataract. They're not too worried about that. They don't want to do any more operations, hopefully for a few years. Because of the cataract, obviously that makes her eye a bit misty. So until it gets worse, they don't really want to do anything. But that means her sight isn't as good as it was 9 months ago, but it's a lot better than it has been, and at least she can cope with that and there's no pain. So they want to let it heal and wait for the cataract to get worse, which obviously won't get better. There's nothing they can do about that, and then when it does, then deal with that operation. So that's that update, and that's the update about John Doyle poems. I hope you enjoy everything that's on there. Keep commenting, keep subscribing to those who are new, especially the 192 people who watch part of it. And I don't know why. I don't mind any comment, good or bad. Honestly, some people have been putting bad ones, like for Above Top Secret, they put boring, what's 98, I think it was. And I don't mind that. Actually, I prefer if they put why. You know, why they found it boring, whatever. You know, there might be a reason for it. Like with Above Top Secret, it's a radio play, so it's a black screen, so there's no video, so obviously that might be a reason why it's boring. But it helps me as well, so I know what people like, what they don't like, and I don't expect to get all good comments, and because obviously you can't please everyone every time, and you know, it's not that great, the stuff I do, it just passes the time. So anyway, keep on doing that, and peace, as Wilfred Piggott's would say.